Hello again, everybody. Eric with Better Every Shave. Back today with another video. I have a razor report and a shave. And today it will be on the Gem Heavy Flat Top, also known as the G-Bar. And mainly because there's a G there on the handle. And it's, I guess, it rolls off the tongue a little better, G-Bar, than Heavy Flat Top. But that's the name it actually had, was the Heavy Flat Top. And its loyal fans know it as G-Bar, or both. So this is a gem style razor, meaning that it takes a rectangular gem blade, and a lot of people are surprised when I tell them that you can actually shave with those types of blades, because they've only ever really seen them as like paint scrapers. And yeah, so in case I'm not going to assume everybody knows what that looks like, but this is what I mean by a paint scraper blade. This is not a paint scraper blade. This is a triple faceted, a three faceted shaving blade. It says gem on the spline, so so you would know. Anyway, I will show loading the razor when we go to the top down, which I'm going to do here in just a second. Just to say that this is a one of the heavier vintage gems. So there are Micromatic open comb, which is a brass razor, the clog proof and the clog proof peerless, which are also brass, but they have a closed safety bar instead of the open comb. And then some of the older lather catchers are a little heavier, and but this one in particular just has a really, to me, just like a solid chunky feel. And I really like the style of knurling, and this little handle on the bottom. The way it turns out is pretty smart. You really don't see this. I mean, maybe there are razors that I'm not aware of, but this is the only one I know of that have this little sort of platform, little foot, if you will. But let's go ahead and hit the top down, and we'll go for the weights and measurements, and I'll show loading a blade and all that fun stuff. So, all right, let's have a look here. So, the Gem Heavy Flat Top, or G-Bar, is a simple flip top gem style razor, and under the cap here you see it says Gem Razor. Make sure you can see that. And this has a safety bar with some little sort of texture ridges there. And here is the gem style blade. You see that has gem on the rib here, or the backing. And it's actually kind of nice to have a blade that has a handle, if you will. You sort of always know where you are with it, and it's a little easier to pick up and handle, in my opinion. So to load it, you simply drop it backward into the cap, and then allow it to sort of fall forward or slide forward against the stops there. And then you just simply flip the cap down, and there you go. Easy peasy. All right. And in the interest of getting a more accurate weight, I'm going to go ahead and pop the blade back out. I'm a little surprised that there isn't a contemporary version of this. I guess it's because gems just aren't as popular, or single edge in general aren't as popular. There are modern gem razors, but something like this that's just so sort of straightforward and simple with a little flip top like that. The fact that this is from the 50s, I mean, look at this thing. There's no plate loss. All of the mechanical parts work perfectly. I don't know if when they were building this thing, they expected it to last, close to 100 years now, but no, not from the 50s, sorry. But still, I mean, this thing just, it's seemingly isn't going to go wrong. So I love that. It's a great thing. And then, of course, like I was mentioning, the shape of the handle is pretty unique as well, and the fact that it has this little foot here that you can easily pinch between your fingers, and it just sits so nicely in the hand. And yeah, just a very comfortable razor to use. And even though I'm not a big fan of shorter handles, because of the way this one's shaped, it's just so convenient, so easy to use. So, okay, let's go ahead and get a weight here. So 59.8 grams or 2.109 ounces. So yeah, good little weight from that. And we will get a measurement as well. Okay. So I'm going to say just under 3.5, or right at 3.5. Yeah, right around 3.5 there, which then puts us at 92. Yeah, 92, 93 centimeter or millimeters. So compact little razor, but again, very comfortable to hold, and I think easy to use. The shape of the cap, the point of this is that you sort of ride that flat part against your face. But in practice, what I end up doing is I tilt out just a tiny bit, and that engages the blade a little bit more. But that pivot allows you to change the engagement of the blade. If you're very high up on the cap, then you're just going to catch the very edge of it, and that's great for, let's say, the against the grain pass or something where you really just want to catch the hair but not cause irritation. And then if you either have a thicker beard or more hair growth or whatever, you can kind of tilt down and get a more substantial bite on the blade. There you go. Let's go ahead and get to the shave and see how it goes. All right, for my pre-shave, I've got the Vanderhagen Beard Butter, and here is the lovely Gem G-Bar or Heavy Flat Top. I'm using House of Mammoth Tobacconist, which is just an outstanding fragrance as well as performing soap. Got that whipped up with the JRA 287, I believe, which is a Maggard. Yeah, 287. I want to say it's like a faux horsehair knot. Yeah, you heard me exhale a little bit there. This lather was just luxurious and
so good.
yes, it is so good.
So good.
And it just smelled good, felt good. Yeah,
right.
Good stuff. So you see, I'm not exactly riding the cap, right? I'm coming up a little bit from the cap. I believe the correct angle is somewhere like 10 to 15 degrees. So that's kind of where I'm at. And there's something about the feel of a single edge blade. I love the way a single edge blade feels. Not that I don't get good shaves from double edge razors. There's just something about it. I don't know if it's I don't know. I kind of feel like single edge razors, because of the angle and the thickness of the blade, it's more of a slicing action than a scraping action. You can see I'm deliberately going slow with painting that on because it just feels so good, and you can really see the shine in it. It has such good body to it. It's a wonderful soap. And yes, I've learned my lesson with my cheek. At least that part that's up high, like the apple of your cheek, whatever you call that. That's sort of next to your nose. It really sort of squishes together, and yeah, I have to be careful with that at least. obviously. The Mamba, the Mamba taught me that. And so with the grain for me on my neck is kind of up. Well, not kind of. It is up. I'm not sure if you saw my video, my razor collection. I'll actually pop a link. I'll make sure I put a link in the description, and maybe I'll do one of those little fancy pop-up things at the top of the screen. But in that video, I go through all of my single edge, well, all of my razors. Yeah, good lather. I like that. So if you're interested to see like which gems I have and just which razors I have, but in this in particular for this video, it's appropriate to just bring up the fact that I have a lot of different gem razors and the fact that I enjoy using them all pretty universally. The only one I don't really like is the featherweight, and I'm not even sure what it is about it other than just being really lightweight and very small. That I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I have gotten some good shaves out of it. It was also the first gem that I tried, and it butchered me. I had, oh my goodness, I must have had 10 nicks on my face from that thing. I just didn't know what I was doing, and because it was so lightweight, I think I was putting pressure, more pressure, well, just pressure at all. And also it was a brand new blade, which I've learned, with gem blades in particular, the first shave can be a little on the harsh side. So you can either palm strop or some people cork their blades. All things that I've learned after the fact. But yeah, I really, really tore up my face with that featherweight. And so I still have, I think, a little bit of a prejudice, a little bit of a gun shy, whatever you want to say. I feel like there's a potential, since I've done it before, there's a potential for me to do harm again. So, but since then, that was a long time ago. I mean, well, not a long time, like 6 months ago. So, since then, I have done a lot more with gems and single edge, and yeah, I've just really had a much better experience with all the other ones. So, anyway, yeah, check it out if you're interested. All right, and as is always the case with my shaves, I'm going to check it out with a little rub of the alum stick. This is an Omega alum stick, which I don't know what kind of like wizardry is behind this thing. It shows absolutely no signs of wear. I've used it, I don't know, 50 times more, and it literally it looks exactly the same. It's when I first opened it, so I don't know how that works. You saw me there just signify that I have a little tiny bit of irritation. I think I went at it a little too hard on my neck, which is something I do. Like I said, I feel like I need to get that as close as I can, or else I don't feel like I've gotten a good shave. So anyway, yeah, sticking on some. This is Nivea aftershave sensitive balm, and it's very wet. It's a very wet balm, and it makes me feel like I have to wipe it off my face because it's just a little too slimy for me. So I recently just got some Hendrix Classics and Company, their White Star line, which is their value line. There, I got their unscented balm, and it is spectacular. So much better replacement for the Nivea, in my opinion. All right, there you go. Another successful shave. The gem razors, like I said, you really got to give them a try if you haven't. That's my last pitch. I'll stop now. But you're going to see me using them because I really enjoy them. And so I think it's worth a try if you haven't. So anyway, that's it. I appreciate you hanging out with me for this video. I know these are a little long. I put the chapters in there just so you can skip around if you want to, if you need to, whatever. But if you kind of made it through the whole video, thank you. Appreciate your time. Please, let me know what you think. leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, or hit me up on social media. Yeah, and until next time, this is Eric saying, have a great day, have a great week, whatever time period until you see me again. I wish you all the best, and be good to yourself and do something nice for yourself. Treat yourself, right? Isn't that what they say? Do something nice. I insist. You must do something nice for yourself. Anyway, all right, enough silliness. I'll see you later, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.